Action Comics 1065, or House of Brainiac Part 3, depending if you're just reading House of Brainiac or not. There was a House of Brainiac 2.5 that came out, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago, which was a bunch of mini stories. I think Bibbo had a story in it and stuff. I couldn't be bothered. I had too much going on, and I was like, it's not technically important to the story because it's a 0.5, so I'm not going to cover it. But stuff is happening, and this issue has a little other stuff happening because Son of Brainiac and stuff shows up too. That guy, the young Brainiac. And that's kind of cool. This issue is really fun and interesting. This is just how you do it, like it's an event that's coming out in between a bunch of Superman books, and it just works. It's just like, yeah, it's a simple story. We're not going to try too hard. We know exactly what we're doing, and it's just using Brainiac and Lobo effectively for a Superman book. It's almost weird that we have to even say that it's been a long time since those characters had any meaning or depth to them, but it's true. So we open up this issue, and Lex is just doing stupid shit with Brainiac. He's like, okay, I think I'm starting to see the clear picture of what you're doing here. Why'd you use the Zarnians, though? What's the point of them? In due time, dear reader, will we explain to you their role. But until then, they're just going to fight Superman and Lobo in space. And that's what we get for a couple pages. It's just Superman and Lobo fighting Zarnians in space. And that's kind of all you need. It looks great. Like, this is the type of thing you should do with Lobo. I'm not a big Lobo fan, but if you're going to do anything with him, have him beat up his own people because he's pissed off. That's kind of fun. So they kind of like evade the fight. Superman says it's like them, changing the battlefield. So Lobo like smartens up and goes with him to track down the ship. But they need to get some information to figure out where that ship could be going or what it's doing. So they're going to go do that. And at the end of the last issue, we saw that Kara and Connor were released from their cells, but they're still shrunken down. So now they're going to try to like sneak around and figure out a way to get things done. They sneak down a hallway, some doom hounds or something. I'm sure this is like some old Kryptonian creature or whatever, I don't know. But it's a doomsday looking dog that they're just walking the plains, and a bunch of other Brainiacs are like carrying vials and stuff down a hallway. So they're sneaking around through a bunch of different corridors where they find Livewire and Parasite. They're going to spring those two so they can figure out their next plan. They spring those two, go to a weapons room or an armory or whatever, where it's just a bunch of like weapons and shit because Brainiac is a collector of crap. They find an embiggening ray or whatever you want to say, and it makes them bigger, and then they just go to attack the other Brainiacs. The other one, like, it's interesting that we're using a bunch of different versions of Brainiac, and these ones are all kind of silly and dumb. Like, they just get ambushed very easily, and this team just takes most of them down. You're like, okay, that's pretty good. But the main Brainiac does capture Kara, and he's like, all right, that's enough of that. Let me show you what I'm really doing here. So he takes Kara to another room, and she sees Lex, and she gets mad, and he's like, you don't understand what I'm doing here, girl. Like, you don't know. So shut up and just know I'm playing my own side. And that is when we see Brainiac reveals another bottled city he has. And he's like, look at this. Just look at this thing I'm about to do. Boom, I hit a button. Boom, the city goes big. And it's Kalu. It's the home world of Brainiac, what his people are from. And like, he's like, yeah, of course I kept a bottled city in my home world. I have a city for everywhere else. Why wouldn't I keep one for myself? That's just what I've been doing. And she's like, okay, I think I got enough info for that. I'm going to take Lex now, break 3, and we're going to figure some stuff out. And he's going to explain the rest to me, so goodbye. Between that stuff, we see that Brainiac explains that he's building a kingdom for a queen or something, which it really adds to my theory of, like, the Frankenstein's monster. I think that's what we're doing. I think we're doing, like, a Bride of Frankenstein thing. Again, I don't know. I haven't read, like, any of the Absolute Power Free Comic Book Day stuff because I kind of want to go into that clean. I'm just thinking, like, Brainiac, and we kind of like explain it too when we get to like the Son of Brainiac storyline. It's like, I know everything, but I just can't find this one missing piece of who I am or whatever. And if it's love, that's awesome. Like, if the one thing Brainiac can't find is love, that's really funny. I like that. So he's like to another Brainiac, all right, collect Supergirl. We don't need Luthor. Shoot to kill him. Who cares? Cut to the hardcore station where Lobo is tracking down an informant that can help them figure out some stuff that's going on with Brainiac, Who is it? It's the space captain. He's like, ah, shit. And Lobo captures him. He's like, all right, dude, just give us the information. Who cares? And you just see that Brainiac's been collecting a bunch of stuff. A lot of people of power, a lot of strong personalities, and all that kind of stuff. That's his big plan. He needs power to maintain his thing that's being built. Yeah. Cool. You know, all this for a queen. Kind of love it. Kind of love the idea that all of this is for a queen. The things we do for love, right? That's really cool. But also, some of the Zarnians catch up to them because they're able to, like, sniff out their scent. And we see that the main one, General Chakal, he's like, all right, we could do this the easy way or the hard way, but I think we should have a little chat. Let's make a deal. Superman's like, I don't make a deal with you. He's like, I'm not talking about you. I want to make a deal with Lobo. Now, I heard a lot of stories about Lobo being one of the most badass guys in the universe, and sometimes he's just a dumbass. I think you need guidance, Lobo. I think you need someone to tell you what to do, to train you, take him under your wing, and make you the best badass, best Stitch in the world, man. I think that could be me. I could train you up, teach you the rights and wrongs of what we do here. You could be the best Zarnian you ever met. We could be the House of Lobo, baby. And he's like, I know what you're trying to do here. It's pretty on the nose, but yeah, I'm up for the challenge. And Jakal's like, awesome, dude. Your first thing you have to do, fight Superman. You're like, yeah, of course. I mean, would it have been cool if Lobo didn't betray him? Yeah. Or maybe he's just leading Jakal on, and it's going to betray, like, Jakal and actually be working with Superman the whole time. Either way. But, of course, you can't do a Lobo story without him betraying somebody, because he's just an asshole. That's all he is. And it works well. That's where the main Action Comics thing ends. But we get, like, a backup about, like, one of Brainiac's kids. The one I can't remember the name of. It's, like, Verlix? Something like that. You know, just a guy, he's like on his own planet, doing his own thing. He's attacked by some Zarnians, and then his dad shows up. Oh, Vril Dox, that's his name. I don't know. Stupid. He's like, you're such a disappointment. He's like, Dad, shut up. I don't care about you. You want to tell me something? You want to, like, get so interested in whatever? And his dad's like, you're always so emotional. It's like, Dad, shut up. I don't care. What do you want from me? He's like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. He wants to say what he wants. He starts freaking out and glitching or whatever. He's like, okay, Dad, there's something wrong with you. I don't know what it is. But I might be able to figure it out, you know, because you have all this intelligence, but you don't have any street smarts because you're an idiot, and you'll never find love, and you're a loser, and I hate you, Dad. But his dad's like, shut up. I'm taking you to Kalu. You're going to live there, whatever. Here, go live with your people. And your mom's still alive. Woo, look at that. Your mom's still alive. How could that be? What's her name? Larelle. You know, that's cool. No, that's not his mom. There's just other people there. I don't know Brainiac stuff. Who cares about Brainiac? There's like a million different Brainiacs as we see in this book. So, you know, there's Vril Dox, whatever. He's here now. He's on Kalu. He's probably going to team up with Kara and stuff, and they're going to be like, my dad wants to be in love, but he's a terrible person who can't communicate, so he has to make a Brainiac bride, the bride of Brainiac, in order to fall in love and, like, be good or whatever. Very Ultron, not against it, kind of dig it, very strange, whatever, it's fine. It's fine! So, Action Comics 1065, or House of Brainiac Part 3, I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And of course, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.